Y'all, I almost forgot to film a WIP Wednesday video. Anyways, happy Valentine's Day. I hope everybody's having an awesome Valentine's Day. In my world, it is actually Tuesday night, or Tuesday night. But you know, I usually film WIP Wednesdays on Tuesday anyways. If you're new to my channel, I'm Adrian. Kiwi is over there on his perch. He's just chilling. You know, the way this usually works is I will show you the projects that I have finished over the course of the last week. And then we will talk about what I'd like to get finished or what I hope to get finished over the upcoming week. Most of the time, those plans fall completely through and I end up finishing stuff that is out of left field, or I start new projects, or, you know, a whole 9 yards. It's a thing. The first thing I have to show you guys that I did finish is a crochet poncho, which I will throw some pictures up during editing so that you guys can see it. Now, it is an alteration on the Hidden Truths poncho by Bag O' Day. So I made this poncho using Yarn Art Angora Active, and it is a 25% mohair, 75% acrylic blend yarn. It's a fine weight 1, and it's got like 568 yards in it. I used 5 balls, and I use a 4.5mm hook that was actually made by Crystal, the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat lady. If you guys don't know her channel, I will link her channel below. Now, that poncho is really pretty. It's super weird because I can't see the pictures, but it is super pretty, and it's sitting over there on the table. But I didn't like the feel. Like, you could feel the mohair in it, and I didn't like the feel of it on my skin. My mom liked the colors, but she did not like the feel of the mohair on her skin either. So, Crystal from Hook That Yarn said that she liked that color, and so I opted to finish it out, and hopefully it fits her. I'm gonna be sad if it doesn't. And then I had a little bit of yarn left over, so I threw it in the knitting machine because I wanted to see what the yarn would look like if I knitted it up, and y'all know I'm still trying to figure out the knitting situation. But here is what it looks like knitted up. I do have a video about this hat coming out on Monday, because it turned into a whole thing, where I had to, Benjamin was helping me put the cinch row together and all of that. It's the second cinch row that he's put together, so he should be pretty good at it by now. But yeah, y'all will see this again in Monday's video. And then eventually I'll ship her package out to her. So another thing that I got finished this week, was the Ultimate Sacrifice shawl. So I didn't finish it this week. I finished it last week, but I didn't want to show you guys until you guys got to see Monday's video, because Monday's video was actually about this shawl. It did not take me very long to make. I thought it was going to take me forever, because I used a weight 1. Excuse me. I think it was a white one. It was a sheep's swirl, or sheep's swirl. And this was the color blackberry mint chip. I got it in a mystery bag that I got for Christmas. I'm hoping that in editing the colors will show up. It's got some kind of, it goes out from purple to a dark blue, and then like a turquoise, and then there's this evergreen color here, and I wished that I could have gotten more of this evergreen in there, but I was running out of yarn, and I just did not think I was gonna get one more row out of what was left of it. But I really wanted to get that evergreen in there. And I did get some of it. I just wished I could have gotten like another row or two. And I think this was made with, I think it was like 1,093 yards, something like that. I'm not really sure. Now, I probably could have taken and used the leftover yarn and did like those little finger loops that I seen some other people doing, so that you can like hold them up and from behind or whatever. Or I guess I could have just made this chain space here a little bigger where you could fit your fingers through it. I don't know. I just opted not to do it since it was my first. This is actually my first triangle shawl. I've never done a triangle shawl before, and for whatever reason, I felt like this needed to be the one. And I love the little, I don't know if you guys can see them on screen, but the little waviness of the wings. Hopefully the next one I make, like I've got several cotton yarns where I have 2 cakes. Maybe I can do one with like some really big wings. I don't know. But I don't know. I really enjoyed making that. And I would like to make another one, but I haven't decided what colors I want. Also, Dawn, Yarn Doll Dawn. Again, that's another channel I'll link below. She just finished a triangle shawl that's got like a heart in the center. I'd be interested in doing that one too. Like, triangle shawls are a new thing for me. I've designed one rectangle shawl, which is not really that big a deal because it's just like, one panel that, is one, it measures a particular amount this way and that way. It's not really that big a deal, but I've never really, even crocheted. This was my first triangle shawl at all, ever. So, I don't know, it was pretty fun. Anyways, moving on. So, I know, like I've been saying, I'm not going to start any new projects, and I've been starting like smaller ones. Like the poncho that I made for Crystal, that was actually one of the WIPs that needed to get finished up. And then I didn't want to start any new projects until I got some of the older ones finished. But I kept starting smaller projects, like the half-finished bunny rabbit over here, and the half-finished armadillo that's back here. Well, today I went over to Mom's house to hang out, and I had just finished that poncho, and I had finished that hat, and I was like, okay, I need something to take with me that's going to be fairly mindless. It's going to take me a whole lot of, thought. But, I don't want to take amigurumi because I don't like taking my amigurumi with me to other places just because it requires eyes and the stuffing and the sewing needles and all of that. I don't want to take all of that with me. Usually what I like to take with me when I go places is usually a poncho. just because there's no sewing. It's just a couple of balls of yarn and a hook, and that's all I have to keep up with. But boy, today. So I have been wanting to try to design my own hexagon cardigan for a while now. And so I figured since it was just going to be me and Mom, I would take some crochet books over with me. So I took 2 different crochet books over there, and some yarn, some nice cake yarn that I picked out. It is Sweet Roll, Premier Sweet Roll, in the colorway Cheesecake. Cheesecake Pop is what it is. That's what it's called. And I looked online, and I have had this yarn for a very long time. I looked on their website. I could not find this particular color on there, but they have a color that's like a smidgen, and I mean like a smidgen darker than what this is. Like, it could just be the pictures. But I took this over there, and we started flipping through the pages, trying to find a stitch that we liked, that I could maybe work in the round. And Mom really liked the fan and V stitch. Fan and V stitch combination that we found in the books. I think it's just called the fan and V crochet stitch, something like that. Anyways, I tried to find a tutorial on how to do this particular stitch in the round, and I couldn't find one anywhere. So that brought me to a point where I had to figure out how to work this stitch in the round. And it took me probably an hour or so to figure out how I was going to do it, or how I liked to do it. And then, I messed around with drape, because what I had brought with me, that Sweet Roll is a weight 4 yarn, and I had a 5.5 millimeter hook. I ended up going in and rummaging Casey's bedroom to find a 6.5 millimeter hook to get a little drapier of a fabric. But this is what I have so far for my hexagon. I don't know, what do you guys think? This is the prototype. It starts out, it very much starts out circular, and then I had to, turn these into straight hexagon sides. But this whole centerpiece started out very much circular. Actually, there's a couple spots where it's almost diamond shaped. So I started another big project. Go figure. But this is a little prototype. I've got like 6 pages worth of pattern written up, because I've been writing the pattern out as I go. And then when I make a mistake, I just scratch the row out and try again. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be an interesting piece. I don't know. I initially thought that, maybe I should do this in more of a color controlled situation instead of a cake. But I don't know. Mom said that they look like flowers to her, like it looks like one giant flower, and that if I took and set the circle into a cardigan that was a solid color, that she thought it would look really nice. So that is what I'm going to try to do. Is the rest of the sweater will be this kind of cream colored here. I don't know what I'm going to do for sleeves yet. I'm kind of making it up as I go. I'm playing it by ear. But probably this is going to be the project that I work on this upcoming week. Just because I might, if I need some time to break it up here or there, I might, work on, where did he go? This little guy, which I did make one of his ears. I got one of his ears done, but I think I'm gonna run out of yarn. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get, I'll be able to get his other ear probably, but I don't think there's gonna be enough for his feet and his arms, and at that point I'm gonna have to try to figure out what to do, because I don't think you can get this yarn anymore, and I don't think I have any sport weight acrylic yarn just laying around somewhere. I'd have to go find something that might work with this guy. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I'm having too much fun trying to figure out this hexagon cardigan. I do think that the hexagon cardigan is going to turn out pretty well. I don't know, I'm kind of excited about it actually, because like I said, I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. And I've got a ton of weight 4 yarns, and I don't like using them. It gives me something to do with those yarns that I wouldn't, otherwise they would have just sat there. Like I said, I actually got this yarn, this sweet roll. These I got the one and only time I ever stepped foot inside of a Joann's. And I know that sounds crazy because I have so much yarn, but I have only been inside of a Joann's one time ever. And these were on sale, and they had some Bernat baby, Bernat baby softy cakes on sale. I just recently used some of those in making the preemie beanies. And I don't even remember how much I spent, but it wasn't very much, and we weren't there very long. But that's the only time I've been to Joann's, and it was like 5 years ago. Anything I've ever ordered from Joann's has always been online, and then I used to work at Hobby Lobby, so I guess that doesn't count. But as far as shopping in Hobby Lobby, I can count how many times I've been to Hobby Lobby to shop on 2 hands. And then I've still never been in a Michael's. I don't think I've ever been inside of a Michael's. And that's sad, guys. All of my sales, or all of my purchases, come from online, all of them. But that's how old this yarn is. It's this. I've had this for at least 5 years. At least 5 years. And I like the color. What it is I really like the color, but I didn't know what to do with it. So now I've got something to do with it. I've actually got 4 cakes of this. So I'm thinking, once I figure out the sizing, or at least the measurements for the small or the medium, I don't know, whichever this one decides to be, I could probably make another one, because it only took, it didn't take a full cake to get the back piece. I didn't want the circular part to be so big that if you wanted to use it to make an extra small, that you couldn't, if that makes sense. Because the circular part is, where's my tape measure? would love to tell you, except my tape measure is gone. Wait, hold on. There it is. The circle in the center is about 15 inches across, and there is 18 petals. You know, there's 18 of these outside petals. You know, which I could have kept going. I didn't want to make it too big where, you know, I don't know. Maybe I should have gone bigger. I don't know. I guess we'll find out when I finish it. Cause yeah, I think I'm gonna start with like a size small, and then if that goes well, do another one in a medium and work out some of the kinks. Cause like I said, this is a prototype. I don't want to put too much yarn into a prototype. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna work on this week, I think. You know, you guys let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know about this cardigan. I love tips. I love suggestions. You know, all that stuff. Definitely let me know what you think on the hexagon cardigan. But anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope, once again, I hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. I'm not doing anything for Valentine's Day, I don't think. But anyways, yeah. Y'all have a good one, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.